Happy scaling and welcome to another video of the Flash Up Academy. In this video, you will learn how to improve the performance of your team continuously and systematically. If your team does not deliver the performance that you require, there is always a reason, and sometimes there are multiple reasons. To be able to effectively solve the underlying problem, you need to understand the real cause of the problem. Often, people find simple solutions for complex problems. And in most cases, these simple solutions are simply wrong. If you didn't find the root cause, all actions that you take might have the right intention, but will not be effective as they will solve a different or a wrong problem instead. Trust me, I experienced this many times in the last 16 years in this area. Typical team problems that are symptoms of underlying root causes are most likely that results are not delivered, or that quality is low, or that costs are too high, or transparency about progress is missing or simply not good enough. If you experience one of these symptoms, you should take action and try to understand the real root cause of this problem instead of applying ineffective quick fixes that will just fix something but not the underlying root cause. A great methodology is the 5 whys approach. Asking why 5 times will enable you to get the first obvious reason, which is the simple answer, but in 90% not the root cause of the problem. Challenging this question with other whys will lead you to one level deeper and closer to the root cause. If you do this 5 times, your odds increase to find the real root cause and the real underlying problem. The 5 whys should be answered by every team member. This will give you valuable insights from different perspectives and make the complexity of the problem visible to you and to everyone else in the team. Based on these insights, you can make an effective and informed decision to solve the real problem. Asking the 5 whys can become a valuable methodology that supports you and your team to become more effective at fixing problems at their root cause instead of wasting time, money, and energy for doing something that simply isn't effective. Here's an example of a root cause analysis with the 5 why methodology. A problem could be that the customer is not happy. Get your whole team together and trust they know the answers. They just need to dig deep enough below the surface to find the real root cause of the problem. You can help with that simply by giving them these techniques or by asking them the 5 whys. For example, this can look like this. The first question is, why is the customer not happy? Then you get an answer that typically looks like, because the project has too many bugs. The second question could be, why has the project too many bugs? And the potential answer can be from your team members, because it is complex and with every new release, new bugs appear. The third question can be, why do new bugs appear with every release? And you can get an answer like, because testing takes so much time and budget that we can't retest the whole software after every release. And here again, you need to ask, why is that? Why can't you retest the software after every release? And an answer from one of the team members might be, because we have no automated tests and manual testing takes so much time. Then you can ask again, why don't we have automated tests? And you might get an answer, because initially we decided not to develop automated tests to save some budget. And latest, after the 5th why, you know what you can do to fix the problem effectively. Different team members might come up with different root causes that could be fixed. Having multiple options will increase the probability of a good, informed, and effective decision to fix your real problem. Results are produced by the following pattern. Input is given into a process that is executed by people or machines with required skills or tools that will deliver the output. 90% of problems have the root cause in the following parts of the team. Wrong input is given or input is not clear enough. Communication is the most frequent root cause of problems. The input to a process or a person has a huge impact on the output. Always remember that the person you are delegating responsibilities or tasks to is not you and might not have all implicit information that you assume the person might have. Missing information will lead to a different interpretation of the delegated task or responsibility, and so the result might not be as expected. If you can't write down exactly which result you want, how should any other person know? If you want team members to work in compliance to existing explicit standards, make sure that these standards are accessible and understood by the executing team member. Structure and context, as well as an exact description of your expectation, will increase the odds of a result that satisfies your needs. Clarity is the key to effective communication. If the team works according to a wrong process and the required input of others is either not given, objectively not clear for other people to understand all the details, or the information is not provided during a handover to another team member, results might not be delivered as expected. If the process is wrong, the interface between people is not set up properly, and information that is needed to process work further might be lost. And sometimes the input as well as the process are set up properly, but the person that is requested to deliver a specific result doesn't have the skills, doesn't have the training, or doesn't have the experience and might fail on the job. Once you know the root cause of a problem, you can identify the action items to fix the problem effectively. If you define the action items without knowing the exact cause of the problem, you fix something, but it won't be effective and solve the real problem. A frequent problem in software development is quality is not good enough, and the quality engineer does not find the bugs before the product owner does. The easiest solution is to replace the quality assurance person or the software developer. However, in most cases, this will not lead to better quality, as the wrong person for QA, quality assurance, is not the root cause of the problem. You might also replace the developers as they don't deliver the quality you want, even if there is a quality assurance person missing that is an expert in the subject of software testing. Using the 5 whys methodology that I presented in the beginning of this video will help you to find the root cause systematically. The root cause of poor quality can be identified, for example, as following. Are there bugs related to the task description that was the requirement for the implementation, or do bugs appear in another context of the software? If the bug is related to the task description, is the requirement that is not fulfilled and mentioned as a bug explicitly stated in the ticket? If yes, the quality assurance person didn't test properly. If no, the requirement is not complete and the product owner needs to write better requirements. If the bug appears in a different part of the software that is not related to the task description, then the process of retesting the whole software might not exist. If it exists and the retesting didn't happen, then the quality assurance person didn't follow the procedure. If there are no features described for retesting of other parts of the software after a new release, the team needs to find a way to identify individual features for retesting. These features for retesting must be specifically related to a newly implemented feature and linked in the task management tool. An alternative approach is that the team in Scrum, it is the product owner, must identify the most important features of the software that always require retesting with every change of the software to avoid unwanted side effects in the scope of these features. This can be done with a test plan that will be processed manually or with automated tests that run automatically after every software change and deployment. With such a systematic approach, you bring reliability to your team's work. Otherwise, quality and reliability is solely dependent on individuals. Remember that you need to accept that people are not machines and will always produce failure. Supporting people with structures, procedures, tools, workflows, coaches introduces reliability, clarity, and compliance with the standards that produce results in your team. With this approach, you lead with clarity and explicit agreements instead of with implicit expectations. The outcome is that your team will deliver results more reliably and in a quality that meets your standard. This example shows the complexity of most problems and that only finding the root cause will allow you to solve problems effectively. We at FlashUp support you with root cause analysis of problems that appear in your team so that you have certainty to fix the real problem instead of just the first visible symptom. I wish you successful and happy scaling with virtual teams of global freelancers.